Welcome back to this video tutorial again. This is David Gladness, and on this particular video, basically what I'm going to be teaching you is how you can replicate this simple design making use of your Canva app. Okay, so the first part I already taught you guys on how you can replicate it making use of the PIXELLAB, but then the second part I am going to be teaching you on how you can replicate this making use of your Canva app before we now go into the concluding part, making use of two different apps to increase the quality and add a lens flare effect. All right, so this particular part is on how you can replicate this design making use of the Canva app. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do now is to open my Canva app. Okay, so I'm going to open my Canva app and let's wait for it to load. Let's just wait for this to finish loading. All right guys, so as you can see, our Canva is now done loading. Now the next thing I want to do is to set up my background interface. So I'm just going to tap on this plus icon. All right, so just click on custom size, and the size we are going to be using is, for the height we're going to be using 1067, and for the width is going to be 1067, and for the height is going to be 1280. Then click on create new design. All right, so let's wait for this to finish loading. Now while it is loading, please note that all the resources you're going to need for this particular design will be provided for you in my YouTube community. The link is in the description box. You can get it there, and also I'll be waiting for your own replica in my CNC group, so you can check it out as well in the description box. So I'll just click on gallery and select the resources I need, the first image I want to work with. Okay, alright guys, so this particular image is what I want to work with. The reason is because I want to select my background color from that particular image. I want to sample a background color from this particular image, so I'm just going to increase it a little bit. Then I will tap on my background interface and click on color. Now after importing that particular image, all the color you can find on that clothes is going to be found on this particular this part. You can see it, right? So I'm just going to select this particular color. As you can see, now I'm going to delete this particular image because I will not need it for now. Now I'm going to tap on plus again, and then I'll go to this place you're seeing upload, because all my resources has been uploaded there. Now I want to import this first image right here. This is the main image I want to use, so I'm going to rotate it to something like this. Then I will increase the size to something really big. Okay, I think the rotation is too much. Then I will increase the size to something big. Then I'll position it at the middle. All right, this is great. Now I feel like this background color is not enough, so I'll tap on the background again. I'll tap on the background, click on color. I think it's not dark enough. This is my first attempt with the Canva app, so I'll just click on this, and then I'm going to be making it darker. I want it to be darker, so I'll just bring this node down a little bit. I want to make it darker. Alright, so this is great. Now the color code, look at the color code right here. Please make sure you copy the color code. So I'm going to copy my color code, which is 0F3319. So I'm going to copy it, then scroll down. Then I'll just scroll down. Please make sure you copy your color code. Alright, so in your own case, just tap on color, then come to this place, click on this this plus icon. Then after tapping on that plus icon, you just input your color code right here. Input that color code right here to get the exact color I'm using. Then I will scroll down. Now the next thing I want to do is to import the images, okay, the other images. But then I feel like this is not positioned properly at the middle. Alright, I think this is actually great. So I'll position it properly at the middle. When it's showing you that line, it means it is at the middle. Now I'm going to import the rest of the images, so I'll tap on plus. Then this is the image I want to work with, this particular image. Okay, now I want to flip it the other way around. So I will go to flip. Then I will flip it horizontal. You can see that, right? Now position it around here, increase the size a bit, and then I'll position it around here. Then I'll move it to back. I'll move it backward. So I'll go to position. I'll go to position and move it backward to back. Okay, now I'll go to my transparency to reduce the image transparency, to reduce the visibility of the image. So I'll reduce the transparency to like 30. 30 is a good number. Then I'll scroll down. Now I'm going to import the next image, so I'll tap on plus again, and this is the next image. So as I've said earlier, all the resources will be provided for you in my YouTube community, so the link is in the description box. You can join us there and have access to the design resources. Okay, now I'm going to move this backward again. I'll go to my position, then move it to back. Now go to transparency as well and do the same for the first the way I did for the first image to reduce the transparency. So I'll go to my transparency and reduce it to like 30. Okay, I'll leave this on 30 and then I'll scroll down. Now the next thing we want to do is to start bringing in our text elements. So first of all, we're going to tap on plus, then go to texts. We're going to text. Now just click on add a subheading. All right, now edit this and input the wishes your new age is blessed. Okay, now I want to change the color of my text. So I'll tap on it, then go to color. I'll go to color and select a white color. I want to select a white color. Okay, now I'm going to reduce the size of the text to something really small. Okay, something really small. Then I'll click on this B format. You can see the text is too bold, so I will remove the boldness because it was bold before. I'll reduce the boldness, then I'll position it to the top, okay, at the middle, just like this. Then I'll go to my spacing, and you can see this letter spacing. I'm going to increase it to something like this. Okay, I'll increase it to like 575. Just increase the letter spacing. Okay, increase this letter spacing to 550. Then I'll scroll down, and as you can see what we've got, we are done with that part. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is to bring in another text. Okay, so I want to bring in I'll click on add a heading and just input the birthday, and the text I'll use is just 22. Now we need a bold font, so we need a bold font for this 22 text. So I'll go to my FF font and look for something really bold. Okay, I'll look for a font that is really bold. I think I can make use of this Anton. Is a bold font. Yes, we can actually work with Anton. Then I'll scroll down. Then I'm going to position it around here like this, and I'll increase the size to something big. Okay, I feel like reducing the size. I feel like reducing the size a little. Then let's see what we've got. Yes, this is actually great. Now I'll go to my effects, text effects. Just scroll and look for effects, and we want to use shadow. So tap on the shadow to edit the shadow. First of all, we want to change the shadow color. So scroll down, click on display you're seeing color, and select a black color. Select a black color. Then tap on this back icon. Now our shadow, we want to work on our shadow offset. It's too much. So I'll leave the shadow offset on 20 and the shadow direction on. Okay, let me zoom in so that we can see what we are doing properly. You can see the shadow, right? This is the shadow offset. So we want to reduce it to something really small. Okay, we can leave the offset on. We can actually leave this offset on 15, and our shadow direction can then be on. Okay, we can leave the shadow direction on 50. Then we are going to scroll down. Now the next thing we want to do is to bring in another text. We want to bring in another text. So I'll tap on plus, then click on add a subheading. Now I'm just going to input February. Okay, then I'll make sure it's in capital letter. So I'm going to position my text. I will reduce the size to something really small like this. Then I'll position it beneath that particular text. Then we are going to reduce. Let me zoom in so that you can see what I'm trying to do. We are going to reduce the size so that it's going to. You can see that the F is going to start from the 22 text, and the Y is going to end on the other way around. You can see that, right? You can see what is showing me, right? So please do how to work on your own properly. So I feel like, yes, let's check this out. Yes, I actually think this is actually nice. You can see the F text is starting from the first two, and the other one is ending on the first two. So I'll go to my FF font. I want to make use of a better font. Okay, so I'm going to make use of this Bebas New. You can see this particular Bebas New, this font right here. So I'll tap on it. Okay, so I want to increase the size a bit. Or better still, let's check a different font. So I need something. I need a better font. Alright, so for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be making use of this Futura, this particular font right here. So you can just look for any font you feel like using in your own case. Alright, now I want to make use of the lighter version of this font. So I'll tap on this icon you are seeing right here, this arrow icon. So I'll tap on it. You can see we have the bold and we have the extra bold and medium and so on. So I want to make use of the regular. Or better still, let's see the medium. Yes, the medium is okay. Then I'll position it at the middle and scroll down. Now I'll go to my text effects. I'll go to effects. Then I want to use shadow. Click on the shadow again. Your shadow color, we are going to reduce the shadow color, or we will change it to black. Okay. Then we'll click on back, and the shadow offset, we need to reduce it. The offset is too much. Let's just leave the shadow offset on 35. Okay. Then the transparency, I will make it really visible to 100. Then I'll scroll down. Now let's scroll back to see what we've got. Alright, so this is beautiful, and as you can see, we are already making progress. We are almost done with our design. So I'll tap on this February text, and then I'll input some wishes. So I'll just tap on this February text. Then I'll just click on edit. Then I'm going to input the text I'm going to use. So I think I made use of prosperity. Then I use a bullet dot in front of it. Then I go to the next line. I input longevity. I think I also use happiness. You can just input any random wishes, okay? Happiness. I think I input success as well. I also input peace, okay? That's peace of mind. So you can just think this is actually great. I think I input 5 wishes, and this is nice. Now we'll tap on this particular text, then we'll go to our B format. Okay, now we want to make use of the right hand side alignment for our text, and then we are going to be positioning it to something like this. Now we need to work with our grid line. Okay, we need to work with it. You can see that, right? We need to work with our grid line. Now you can see that it's helping me to position my text. Zoom in. You can zoom in, scroll down, and zoom in properly. Now we want our text to start from the, let's go to our nudge. We'll go to nudge, then move this. We want that P text, the prosperity, we want it to start from the 22, and then we want this piece to end on the February because we need a text balancing. So we'll go to our spacing, and then we are going to reduce the line spacing so that it's going to be closer to each other until we can see that the piece is on the February text. You can see that, right? I think this is actually great. Then I'll scroll down. Now I'll zoom out, and then I'll move. You can see that, right? You can see the line is now showing me. So I'll just move this around here like this. Alright, so this is actually great. Now we are almost done with the design. So I'll tap on plus and import the last resources. I've already uploaded mine, so I'll click on my uploads and make it visible. Okay, now this is it right here. Now you can see the text is not really visible because of the lady's skin. So we are going to be forming a gradient fading effect. I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel already on how you can create a gradient fading effect making use of your Canva app. So I'll go to my elements and then I'll search for gradients. So you can do well to check the video if you want to get a proper tutorial on how you can search, you can create a gradient fading effect. So I'll just search for gradients. All right. Then I'll click on this particular yellow gradient. Please note it is only available for the Canva Pro users. So if you do not have the Canva Pro, you can check the link in the description box. It's going to direct you to my DM. I'm going to guide you through on how you can get that for almost free. Please note it is not free. Alright, so I will adjust it to something like this. Now you can see this gradient effect. We need to adjust the color. We want to make use of a green color. So we'll go to our FX effects. Okay, just click on effect or click on FX effect and just locate where you're going to see dual tone. Locate where you're going to see this dual tone. Click on it and then click on anyone, click on custom or anyone, click on it again, you can see this shadow color. Now, I asked you to copy the color code for the background the other time. Clear this up and input that color code that was on the background. I already have mine copied. You can see that. Then I'll tap on back, and you can see this highlight as well. I'll click on it. Then I will input that color code I copied earlier. Alright, then I'll tap on back again. And as you can see what we've got, then I'll scroll down. So this is exactly what we want. Then I'll just bring this down a little because we don't want it to be much. Okay. Yes, this is great. Now I'll tap on this and move it back to where we want it to be. Now we'll go to our position. We'll go to position to position it forward to front so that it's much more visible. You can see that this is much more visible. So I'll position it at the middle. I feel like reducing the text. Yes, this is beautiful. Now the next thing you want to do, tap on this thing, go to your FX effects, click on effects and go to shadows. We want to give it a shadow effect. So we are going to be making use of the glow. Okay, just click on glow, edit your glow. Now you can see the angle. Just scroll down. Okay, you can see the shadow intensity. We need to adjust the shadow intensity. We need to reduce it. So let's zoom this so that we can see what we are doing properly. We need to reduce it to like this shadow intensity, and then our angle. Let's see the blur radius. We are going to increase our blur radius to the highest. Please make sure you increase, or better still, you do not use a shadow at all. Don't use a shadow at all if you know that you can't get it right. Okay, so I'll reduce the size to 20. So my size is on 20, my blur amount is on 100, and my angle, I'll just leave my angle on 50, and then I will scroll down and let's see what we've got. Yes, this is great. So I will increase the size of my text a bit more. Then I'll position it around here like this. So please, if you know that you cannot undo that particular shadow, do not mess with it. Just proceed. Alright, so I want to move this down a bit. I want to move my text down a bit or reduce the size because it's covering the lady's mouth. Then I'll position it around here like this. I feel like reducing it more. Alright, so I want to bring in a shape. I'll just tap on plus. Then I'll go to element and bring in a square shape. I'm going to bring in a square shape. Okay. Then I'm going to scroll down. I'll bring this, tap on it and bring it around here. We are almost done with the video. I'll just adjust it to something like this. Then I'll position it around here. Now the color I want to use, I'll just click on color, and the color I want to use is actually this same brown color, but then we want a lighter shade. So we'll tap on the color again because I want it to look like the head tie, the thing on the lady's head. Okay, so I'll just increase. You can see that, right? Just make it a brighter shade. Make it a brighter shade of this particular head tie. Then I'll scroll down. Now let's see what we've got. Yes, you can see that, right? So tap on it. Now go to your style. Click on style and add a border width. You can see this is the border width. This curve. So I'm going to make sure it is on 2. Just make use of 2. Okay, make use of 2. And then you can see the corner rounding. Please look at what the corner rounding is doing. The curve edges. So we are going to give it a curve edge. And let's leave this on maybe 10 or 7. Let's see. Okay, please leave this on 5. You can leave this on 5. Okay. Then let's scroll down. Now we'll go to our border color. Please make sure you have added that line width. If not, you are not going to see the border color. Then we'll make use of a white color. Then let's see what we've got. Yes, this is great. Now I'll tap on it and go to my shape transparency. I'll go to transparency because I don't want it to be this visible. So I'll just make use of 75 and let's see what we've got. Yes, this is really, really beautiful. Now I will copy this particular February text, duplicate it, position it around here, edit it, and input the celebrant name. So I'm going to input the celebrant name. Okay, then I'll tap on back, tap on this, and increase the size a little bit. Then I'll reduce it so that it's going to fit in properly inside that shape. You can see that line is trying to show me, right? So let's see what we've got. Okay, I feel like moving it down. So I'll just go to my notch to position it properly. I'll go to my notch and move it down. Yes, this is really beautiful, and as you can see, we have come to the end of this video tutorial. Please, if you find it helpful, do well to click on the like icon and subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. So let's meet in the concluding parts to add more effects to this design. We are done with the Canva aspect of this design. Now, to save your design, just click on this and it's going to be saved. So we need to increase the quality of the design and also add a lens flare effect, which I'm going to be showing you on how you can do that, making use of two different apps in the next episode, which is the third part of this particular design tutorial. Thank you for sticking around to the end. See you on the next episode.